Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Ryan. This is FineDetailing. Thanks so much for joining. If this is your first time, quickly hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're at my favorite part of the day. It's early in the morning. It's about 6:15. I have a professional detail shop in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today, we're going to talk about acids. Most people use acids wrong. Most people don't understand acid. A lot of people are afraid of acid. So we're going to make this super simple for you, very digestible. Let's get into the video. All right, so typically you have your pH neutral, which is a 7 on the scale. A lot of pH neutral soaps range from, they say 7 to 9 is pH neutral. That's not true. 7 is truly pH neutral. Typically we use that for a contact wash, just to for general cleaning. We have the alkaline scale, which is anything above 7 to 14. That is going to be used to remove organic matter or contamination. If your car is really dusty, dirty, muddy, whatever, typically you want to foam on that higher alkaline soap, let it dwell, and then rinse and use the power of the pressure washer or like the jet stream on your hose to help clean, right? We want to do as much touch-free cleaning. We want to remove as much dirt as possible before we physically touch the car. That's your alkaline. Acid shampoos are a little bit different. They're meant to remove inorganic contamination, water spots, right? Or mineral buildup. So typically if you have etched in water spots that are just really, really bad, an acid shampoo is not going to take those off. More than likely, a water spot remover is not going to take those off either. Where acid shampoos come in for me is two ways. One, in regular maintenance, which is going to be the focus of this video. And two, to help unclog coatings that are failing or that are just clogged up, right? So not necessarily failing, but really clogged. So what I want you to focus on is, and the core of this video is when you should be using acid shampoos. So many people use them when the coating starts to fail or starts to sheet, right? And it's not beating. So you're like, uh-oh, I have to revive it. Acid shampoos should actually be used regularly in your maintenance process. I would argue if you're not using 100% deionized water every single wash, I would be using an acid shampoo probably once every other month, just to get in there, even at a lower dilution, get in there and help cleanse the pores of your paint. Paint is porous, right? It has peaks and valleys. Even if we've ceramic coated a car or not, minerals can build up from your water, whether you have hard water or soft water, it doesn't matter, they're still minerals. And that can affect the performance of your hydrophobics, which everyone loves, right? You love the beads. So the best way to maintain that is to do your acid wash relatively regularly. If you kind of mix between, like sometimes I'll do washes with regular water and then final rinse with DI, maybe do your acid wash quarterly, do it every 3 months. But I would suggest using these probably every other month. A lot of them have different dilutions. A few of my favorites, this is Labo Cosmetica Purifica, one of the originals on the market. It works incredibly well. And Garage Therapy Demineralization Shampoo, DMS. This one is also one of my favorites. What I look for in a good acid shampoo is, one, obviously the dilution ratio, how it leaves the paint when I'm done. Like, does it leave it kind of that crispy, clean feel? And then two, the lubrication, right? Can you just foam it on? Can you use it as a contact wash? Some of them claim you can just foam on. I prefer to foam and do a contact wash. I think you get a deeper clean, a deeper cleansing, and you'll kind of feel the paint being squeaky clean after that. It's actually noticeable for me. And then what I like about acids too is they'll remove some lighter last step protections, your quick detail sprays, your lighter SiO2 protections. They will either remove them or degrade them. And that's okay. We want to kind of reset these. If you have a ceramic coating, these will absolutely not damage your ceramic coating. Full stop. Like, they will not. Ceramic coatings, most of them on the market are resistant from 2 to 14. These aren't strong enough to do that. If you don't use ceramic coatings and you use just like a ceramic spray sealant, yes, these could degrade it. So I would recommend using these at a lighter dilution, just to kind of get you by. So in today's video, what we're going to do, this car has been ceramic coated head to toe in Garage Therapy products. It has Garage Therapy Garage Therapy wheel coating, and then it has like 3 layers of Garage Therapy ceramic on it. So this is only a 3-month-old coating. It does have some light water spots. I'm not even going to take you around. It's just kind of dusty. It got caught in like a weird 10-second rainstorm we seem to like to have in Arizona. But it's not the point of showing you it like a dirty vehicle. This is just to cleanse the paint. So we're going to go through, we'll clean the wheels and tires. My pro tip there on wheels is you can, whether you have ceramic coated or not, also you can use a shampoo, like an acidic shampoo for your wheels. You know, use that in the bucket and clean with that because it's also lubricated, and that'll help that build up. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. I'll talk about some of the products as I use them. So we have our wheel bucket here. On the wheels, I'm going to use Purifica by Labo Cosmetica. So they they suggest 1 to 200 to 1 to 200 in the bucket. So just add a little bit in there. You don't have to go crazy, especially if it's for your wheels. So I'm going to foam on. This is an alkaline cleaner, so I'm going to hit this just to kind of get the bigger brake dust off, and then I'll scrub the tires, and then I'll go back for my contact wash with our acid. And normally you could just do the entire wash with kind of a wheel and tire cleaner combo like this. But for now, we're going to obviously show you how to use acid. So get that off. Scrub our tires, right? Again, we don't have to strip tires every time. Okay. Cool. So we get most of the contamination off there, and now we have it in our bucket. You can totally foam this on in the bucket if you want to, but I just have a wheel, a wheel mitt here, which gets plenty there. And then this is just, you're just cleaning your wheels like you would normally, except you're using an acid shampoo. And it's just good practice everywhere, especially on your wheels too, right? Even if you use DI water 100% of the time, you drive through a puddle, you drive through, contamination, there's going to be probably much more inorganic buildup, along with organic buildup on your wheels anyways. So it's good to kind of deep cleanse your wheels too. A lot of people forget about that when they're doing their decontamination washes. All right, so these are the Sponge Guru tools. I'll give you all an update on these soon. I don't know, I think I'm 10 months in with these, maybe longer. Still performing super, super well. Some degradation, but 10 months old. I'm using it now, I don't know, 3-4 times a week. It's doing pretty good. So yeah, Labo Cosmetica here is extremely lubricated, so I don't worry about the gloss black on these degrading, scratching up those. So I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty great beating from GT Wheel. Really well protected. All right, just rinsed with acid or scrubbed. There we go. See that? That cleared up much faster, right? It's shedding water much faster than with the alkaline. So just an interesting thing. And guys, I didn't coat the barrels. I didn't coat the barrels at all. So that's just kind of natural. So this is a pH neutral-ish. I know we just talked about it. Technically, I believe on their SDS, Griot's foaming surface wash, I think it's slightly acidic. I think it's like 5.5. I'll put it up on the screen to confirm. So I am cheating a little bit with acid, but we'll do a future video on this. This is one of the best pre-washes on the market, period. Like, I'd like to, I'm gonna mess around and put it up against like Built Hamber and see what it does. For a pH neutral-ish, it does an amazing job. Especially if you guys have coated cars, protected cars, you don't need to go super nuke alkaline cleaners every time you wash. Sometimes you can just use the same pH neutral soap, but if you want something with a little bit more bite, something designed for pre-washes, gently lifts and release contamination, maintaining the best show finish, there's a lot of pH neutral soaps you can and should be using for your regular maintenance washes. So this can sit, we're in the shade. I think they say it can sit up to 10 minutes. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes of dwell time. So it's been sitting a little bit. The car isn't nuked, so we're gonna give it a rinse and then get ready for our contact wash. Okay, with most alkaline and acidic shampoos, you do want to measure. So Garage Therapy says you can go from 1 to 100 to 1 to 400. You don't need to go to the nuke. You don't need to go to the full aggression. So in the middle, we're going to go 1 to 250, which is 56 mil. So just almost 2 ounces in our wash bucket. Into the store. This is Autofiber Wash Monster. It's interesting because it comes with an extra piece of foam, and then it has one inside, and you can make it emit if you want to, or you can take out the foam to make it more floppy. I'm going to try it just how it comes with one. See how I like it? Yeah, it can definitely get heavy. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice with just the one piece of foam. I think if I took out 2, it would be a little too floppy. But yeah, this GT DMS, we'll just call it DMS because I get a tongue twister every time I say it. It's super slick, super lubricated. And that's what I want out of a acid shampoo. Now, are there slicker soaps on the market? Yeah, of course. But even at this dilution, it's still really good. So we'll rinse. And by the way, both buckets are DI water here. That's, you don't really see that with, you see it with some pH neutrals, but like acid for some reason. Look at that. All right, everyone, wash complete. Car's crispy clean, looking really good. Little last step protection in GT Quick Detailer. So big takeaways from today's video: use acid more. Use it properly, follow the dilutions, don't eyeball it, don't glug. I really don't think you need to be using water spot removers in place of it. They typically tend to be stronger. If you're keeping up on this and doing it once every other month or quarterly, you typically don't need to use a water spot remover unless you actually have some fresh water spots you want to chase. So drop it in the comments below. Let me know if you didn't know about acid shampoos. Let me know how you plan to use them, or if you do use them regularly. I would love to hear from you. Again, some of my favorites: Garage Therapy DMS, Labo Cosmetica Purifica. Those are the two that come to mind. I just like how they feel, how they leave the paint. I've used CarPro D-Scale. I think it's okay. It feels a little underpowered to me. I'll put up the pHs on these on the screen. I think they're around 3 to 4. CarPro D-Scale, I believe, is only a 6. Again, pH doesn't tell the whole story, but it's always just kind of felt underpowered for me. It's really slick, smells good. It's just not my favorite acid shampoo. So those are kind of the big three for me. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.